Today we are going to attempt making a resin bloom. I got these new molds. They have a little bit of a edge down in there, so I'm just going to pour them about half full of the resin. This is 1:1 resin that I just mixed up. I want to make it a little level with the edge over there. And then I'm going to pour a little bit, about 1/3 of this 3-ounce cup of resin for my white. Now, I'm going to let that set so all of the bubbles will rise to the top. I'm going to use this white paste. It's my favorite. White paste is very heavy. Stir it. Make sure it's mixed very well. Now, you do not need a lot of this. I'm going to scrape everything I can from this stick. Okay, now you can see, is it going to focus? You can see the stick through there. I've scraped off everything that I can. And that's all you need. And then just stir. You want to mix this really well. You still want it to be a little translucent because, like I said, the white is very, very heavy. And a lot of times, the reason you don't bloom, or the reason all the white goes to the bottom, is because you use too much. And that white paste helps to pop all the bubbles down in there too. Okay. Now I've got that mixed up. You can see, you can still see your stick a little through it. It's a little translucent, almost like skim milk. That is all you need. Clean my stick with this baby wipe. Set that to the side. Okay, I'm going to go through and pop the bubbles with my heat gun. Now, where this does have that edge down in there, there's probably some bubbles trapped. I'm going to take my silicone stick and I'm going to run it right along the edge down in there. So I want all them bubbles to come up to where I can get them popped. Okay, I don't see any more in there. I see a bubble trap down in there. Trying to get him to come out. Okay, I think I got him. Just look around. Make sure I don't see any more down in there. You're probably seeing the top of my head. Something down in that one. And then take my baby wipe to it. Okay, and then I'm going to go around again with my heat gun. Now, I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes. I want it to warm up a little bit, especially the white. The white I can't add until it's warm. I'm going to give it a few minutes and then we'll be back to do the color. It's been about 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and add my alcohol inks. My white is still warming up, but it's not quite there yet. But I want my alcohol inks to sit for a few minutes so they can all pull into where they want to be. For the center, I'm using this metallic cardinal color. Metallics sink really, really bad, so you have to be really careful. I'm only going to add 1 drop to each center. My centers are never centered. I'm always off. And then I'm using these opaque alcohol inks. This is Violet. You've got to shake these things up really well. Okay. Just go around that. Oops, dropped a little on the outside. Okay, and then we're going to do pink. Might be the only colors we get. Oops, got it on the mold. These little flowers are hard to get colors around through there. Okay. Now I'm going to take this purple and I'm just going to put a few drops around it. You can do this however you like, whatever colors you want. Like I said, all of this is going to move. Okay, we're just going to let that set. The white warm up. I like this to be about 33 degrees when I add it. It's at 29.2 right now. So we're just going to wait. Okay, so it's been sitting for about 40 minutes. I'm finally at 33. And you can see how all of the colors have pulled in. And now they'll be set. A lot of people like to pipe their white. I never had luck with piping. I like to use these paper cups. I get me a paper towel, fold it up, wrap it right around my cup, and pinch the edge. And I put it right up to the top. That's going to catch my drips. So I'm going to pinch it, and then I'm just going to go right around the mold. And I drizzle a little bit. Okay, we're going to do each one of these this way. The paper towel really does catch all the drips and keeps me from having any blobs. I did get a blob there. I've tried piping and I just get it everywhere. It never works. Okay, and you can see all of this that it caught. Those would have just dripped right down into my cup. Now, I like these silicone tip pins to do this. And I'm just going to pull in everywhere I want it. Now, after each one of these that you do, you can swipe off your pin. I like the effect it gives when you don't. Now, you can tell the metallic ink gets a kind of a shell around it. Swirl that center. I need a paper towel or a paper wipe. Wipe this off. Baby wipes are great for these. You can already see it starting to bloom out. Now, a little trick to your bloom, if it's not blooming because you didn't let it heat up enough, where the alcohol ink has sat, the alcohol has evaporated, and you can take your heat gun and go around it and heat it up, heat the resin up, and it'll help it to bloom. I've had to do that before. Need to get under there and get that. You do not want to touch the bottom of your mold when you're going around doing this. One more. Now, you can see I got a little blob there, so I'm just going to pull him through. And this one didn't connect. I missed it, so I'm just going to pull those together. Any more? I'll pull that down a little more. Oh, it's really blooming. Okay. That one's starting to bloom, so is that one. Alright. We will let them cure. Then we will come back for part 2 to add the backing. And then we will do the reveal.